What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Ace's Place 22, where I'm Ace, and this whole fucking place is my place. I hope you're all doing well. I don't know what the heck today is, so happy today. We are definitely going to be taking a look at an action figure, unboxing something pretty awesome. You saw it in the thumbnail, you saw it in the title. We're going to be taking a look at this action figure right here, wherever the camera is. This Austin Powers figure from the MCFARLANE line, way back when, before probably a lot of you were even born. So that's going to be pretty fun. If you're having a great day, if you want to, please like, please subscribe to the channel. That light, man, that light never stays on. It is unbelievable. There's either always an action figure that falls over in the review or these videos, so stay tuned for that. The light, no matter how long I charge it, it never stays on. And what else? There's something else that'll probably happen at some point. I'll probably end up mistakenly deleting this video while recording it and needing to redo it. So, that being said, again, with all that hard work, all my sad desperation for pleads and begging you, like and subscribe, knowing that it's hard out there for a pimp. I have no idea. But in this video, like I said, we're going to be opening, unboxing, talking about this Austin Powers action figure from nearly 30 freaking years ago at this point, right? 99, 2009, 2019, 2029. Oh my god, almost 40-year-old figure. Holy Jehoshaphat. Slow down. And in this video, we are also going to do our usual new and I think pretty fun, nice little shout out to a proud member of the Aces Army. So it might be you. So stick around, because here we go, folks. Yeah, baby, we're going to be doing an Austin Powers figure review. Let's get shagging. I mean, no, that's, you know what? Never mind. All right, baby, yeah. We're done with those impressions. But here we go. We're going to take a look at this figure in the box before we actually open it. Now, for anybody that's new to the game of action figures, this bad boy, or bad girl, if you will, is, like I already said, from the MCFARLANE toys, way back from, my God, this had to have come out 1999, maybe, when I don't even know when the first movie came out, 98 maybe? But either way, there are an assortment of characters in this line of figures. You've got Vanessa, Kensington, Dr. Evil, and Mini-Me on their little vehicle there, their tricycle, electric tricycle. Austin Powers figures, Scott Evil, another Austin Powers. Trying to get a good angle there. You can't. There you go. There's a Fembot. And then the other figures in different lines. You got Spawn, Robin, Doug, Mackenzie, and then there you got Slapshot. And then the Space Dr. Evil and Space Mini-Me. I do have that little Mini-Me. No Dr. Evil. Not that one anyways. Vanessa I have. I don't have that. I don't have that Austin Powers. I do have that Scott Evil. But no Fembot. So where and why and what the heck is this kind of collection? I started picking these up a few months back from a friend, Thad. And much appreciated, Thad. Now, I don't think these were anything he personally had. He was just a toy collector and seller. So I snatched up the Dr. Evil Mini-Me in a fat bastard action figure. They're over on a different shelf. I'll do a full showcase of the Austin Power figures once I have to where I'm pretty much done seeing them. Because I keep spotting these here and there. So I picked up those three figures from him at one point, and then ran into him again, and he had the Vanessa Kensington and the Scott Evil. So let's get them, baby. $8 a piece. I think he cut me a deal because I bought a whole bunch of stuff off of him, so I don't know what I got, total on them. But to me, they're worth it. We're going to open them up. They are very, very limited, especially her on articulation. These are more little statue action figures. Again, they came out freaking 35 years ago, whatever the math is there. You get the basic figure, some accessories, a cool little stand. Some of them that I have do, make sound. The electronics work in them. Do they work in this one? I don't know. We will find out. But there is the front of it. Yeah, it's not a terrible likeness of Elizabeth Hurley. I mean, it's very cartoony looking, but I got it. I can see who it is. And again, the back. But these were figures I absolutely remember seeing when I would go into KB Toys or Target, Toys R Us. Yeah, I definitely 1,000,000% remember seeing these guys and just being like, oh. And I watched the movies. I watched all the Austin Powers movies growing up. I saw Goldmember in theater when I was little. But for whatever reason, I never collected these. I don't know if it was the pricing. I don't know if my mom was just like, no, you don't need those. But I would have loved to have had the Austin Power figures, especially during my time when I was younger and collected wrestling figures. They would have been just awesome characters to add into the wrestling universe. So that's my story on that. It's very awesome. You can see if I tilt it up, we've got Mike Myers as Austin Powers and Dr. Evil right there. This is from Series 2. So these figures might have come out late 2000 or early 2000s, maybe not the late 90s. Let me see. 99. All right, so I was right on the money. I knew what I was talking about. Don't let me pretend like I don't know. But I think that's all I got to say about this. When we come back, this bad babe is going to be taken out of the box. But first, we've got our proud member of the Aces Army shout out. Ladies and gentlemen, here at Aces Place 22, we would like to acknowledge a proud member of the Aces Army. We like to take a moment and acknowledge one channel member here at Aces Place and acknowledge them and their channel to give a special shout out for supporting the Aces Army here at Aces Place 22. And that proud member is, it's Chad with Make Collecting Great Again, Team Chad Hole and Team Ace Holes teaming up unofficially to make collecting great again, supporting me, help support this fella here. Need I say anything more? If you want to know the full story, go check out his channel. Check out a couple of my videos. You can piece it together and you gotta see why collecting needs to be made great again. So, the proud member of the Aces Army goes out to, it's Chad. Thank you very much, Chad, for all the support you have given Aces Place 22. And now, back to your video. Alright, so here she is looking foxy. No, wait, that's Foxy Cleopatra. That's the wrong chick. Vanessa Kensington. Besides Mrs. Kensington, Vanessa was Austin's, definite love of his life. She was a total babe. Elizabeth Hurley in the 90s was eating up the screen, and man, were we eating her up. Yum, 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 yum. Whatever, don't come at me. This figure's pretty cool. Again, I've already said it's going to be extremely limited on articulation, and I truly, truly meant that. But here we go. We got a complete 360 view of her. You can see that she is looking like she wants to tip right over. This is a figure if you get it to stand, God bless you, but you will never get this figure to stand without a stand. And thank God they knew that going into it, because they gave her one. They gave all the figures one of them, but her most definitely, since there is no movement there's nothing in the thighs, so you can't even turn them to get any kind of angle. Just hip swivel here. You get a little bit of movement in the ankles of just swiveling back and forth. The arms, both arms are the same. They go up and down. You can get a little bit of a turn. Well, I know you can get more than that. You can get a complete, 360 turn of the elbow. I'm sorry. Same thing with the wrist, but you can't really put the hand in a good position. This hand is in, it can hold whatever you want it to, essentially. Accessories that you have, accessories that it comes with. But here is... Oh, if we can zoom in, bubby. There's the magnifying glass. It's not really accurate by any standard, but we can look at that in her hand real quick. That's what you get. Doesn't really do anything. You got the wine, or the champagne, I would imagine. Now the label on it is blurry. Your eyes are not confused. Let's see if she can hold it. Alright, so she can hold a little bit of the bubbly. Great accessory, by the way. But all of these are great accessories, even the magnifying glass. And then she's got like her little champagne cup. Pretty cool looking. I like that. You could use it as a trophy, put it on something in the background of any kind of, you know, shelving setup you have. You're definitely not getting that cup in that hand. So, not even going to try it. The fingers are stuck together. I'm not going to break the cup. And then the last accessory, if you don't want to count the base plate as an accessory, is this laptop. And check that out. I don't know the actor, but you get Basil Expedition on there. Expedition, whatever his name was. Basically his cue, which is cool. And then it actually can fold in and out of a laptop. That's really neat for a McFarlane figure back in 1999. Really cool. That's an exceptionally cool little accessory. And then literally the last bit is the base. They all look like this, all of the bases for the figures, where they have, you know, that weird hippie, you know, 60s, 70s design, and then a picture of a portrait, I should say, of the actual actor or actress from the movie. And then it says their name on it, and then it's going to be hard to hear and understand, but I will say it. But here we go. Alright, she's saying, you can address me as Agent Kensington. So listen again. You can address me as Agent Kensington. You can address me as Agent Kensington. The fact that it even works on this end and I can understand it is very, very cool. I'm loving it. So this again is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 altogether Austin Powers action figures. We got Seth Green's Scott Evil to open up still. We'll do that next week. And then maybe at some point, if there aren't any more I don't think I'll come across, I'll wait till my next toy show and I'll see then. And then maybe we'll do a whole showcase of the Austin Powers figures and just kind of talk about Austin Powers, baby. Yeah! Okay. If you've enjoyed this video, because we are done. We're done. We're done talking about this action figure. It's great for what it is. I knew what it was buying it. I had no complaints going into it. There's no broken pieces on it. It's exactly the way I anticipated it as I opened it. So going into buying stuff, know what you're buying before you just say, ooh, I got this, and oh, it wasn't what I was expecting. Be a little weary, do a little research, be vigilant there, heroes and heroines. But until next time, make sure you eat some pizza, all that stuff, because we're wrapping it up here at Ace's Place 22. So, as always, my friends, peace, love, and pizza grease.